So, hello and welcome back to our Doomed Babylon game. I've played on quite a few turns since the last episode, and I'm gonna bring you up to speed in a minute. I call it a Doomed playthrough because, well, that's what we knew last time already. And I had some plans about capturing 2 city-states here and then capturing this one and then attacking Morocco. But it just wasn't gonna happen. I did everything I could to get maximum amounts of signs. But what happened was that Morocco just accelerated away like crazy here. 75 ticks on 62. So at one stage, I think in the last episode or the one before, we were like 5 or 6 ticks behind. And even though we did all we could, there was absolutely nothing doing. That might also be Melee's difficulty mode, where AI sort of gets stronger after a certain sort of a turning point. In the end, it's just absolutely crazy. And here we go. Tradition, then statecraft is something that can generate quite a bit of signs. It's this policy here which does the damage. So the other ones are like sort of trade routes which help Morocco anyhow. But this one is the science one, and then he's got a few city-states here under his control. Quite a few, and he had those 2 over here as well. So that's generating lots of signs, and then rationalism anyhow, and then order. Order is just insanely good for on signs. And the thing is, you can catch up using autocracy, but only if you sort of got a momentum and sort of got access to your enemy, but it's just nothing doing here. It's also meant to have a look at his religion here. So there's the Reformation belief with the extra signs from your science buildings. And also the Holy Council with 5 signs from the holy sites. So it all adds up to more and more signs. I wonder about that Reformation belief, because arguably the culture one is better because there's more culture buildings than science buildings, but science is usually the thing you struggle for in the end. Yeah, so did all I can, but he also had a huge fleet, so sort of could barely get a ship out here. I've got some now, but he's got some missile cruisers and he's got heavy bombers, guided missiles. We got Zeros in here sort of shooting down his planes. Just a few turns ago he had like 3 atomic bombs in here. Just as well he sort of couldn't reach. And I think the AI sort of exclusively dropped them on cities, not in sort of a tactical way on a unit. 2, 4, 6. He could sort of drop it on a ship or something, I don't know. So, well, first of all, we're gonna finish the game now, because, and we're gonna do it instantly. We've got a vote here. It's the global hegemony vote, and we're gonna give our votes to Germany. We can't get it ourselves. I mean, even our vassals don't have enough votes if they would actually vote for us, which they don't unless you pay for it. So let's just commit those votes. And then we're gonna have another quick recap here. I'm gonna vote for Germany because I sort of hate Morocco in this game. And Germany been our friend throughout most of the game until we chose autocracy, and then he actually attacked us once as well. But Germany sort of helped us defeat our 3 neighbors here on our continent. just gonna carry on. So they actually attacked China first, which allowed us to get in there. They also attacked Austria and later Korea, and sort of we reap the benefits from all that. But the thing is, talking about our defeat, I think I made some mistakes, and we also had a problem, and the problem is sort of the map. If we played on a Pangea map, this might have worked out totally differently. I mean, we had some pretty good units, land units. We had those upgrades from the bowman and from our unique spearmen. They're pretty good. On another map we might have had a little bit more land. So I settled the 4 core cities, and it's just what you usually do when you play authority. And you don't want too many cities because you get a happiness issue. And we settled the other one over here for the iron. Also prevent Austria from going here. And we conquered a Chinese city fairly early and quickly. That was good. And then we pieced out before finishing the job, and then we went after Austria and then after Korea. But I sort of have a feeling it just took too long. Maybe I should have had more units. Maybe I should have had more bowmen and sort of just go. I should have gone over the supply cap maybe and just really pushed all out for decisive war here. And over here was rough terrain anyhow. And when we eventually attacked Austria, it took ages and ages. Whereas if we did it earlier, just using bowmen and just the odd melee unit, that might have been the way to go. We would have leveled up really, really quickly, and none of her units would have been able to get to us because of the rough terrain, right? So you can only move one tile and then you get shot by a whole lot of bowmen with indirect fire. But I think the bigger mistake I did was not looking at the walls of Babylon. And let's have a look here. So all our stuff is, unique stuff is early. Or pretty early. Where's our bowman? It moved, didn't it? Let's see, it's calendar. So this guy is early. Our unique spearman is early. Then we got the walls of Babylon. Yeah, even earlier. Where are they? Here. Just gonna come back to it. Then we got the unique national monument, and that is actually really, really strong, but it's also in the wrong place, I think. Where was it actually? It's here at mathematics, which is actually still okay. So I reckon I did something wrong here in the tech. We got 2 writing for the 3 scientists, but the walls of Babylon give you 4 signs. I never looked at that the whole game, you know? And it's got a scientist slot. So we don't actually need to go anywhere near universities. We should have just stayed all the way down here. Get writing, get the library, get the 3 scientists, then construction. Arguably Bronze working to get our guy and attack. But then this one, and then this one, and then down here. That's not what we did. We also didn't go for a religion, so that might have been a problem. This thing gives you enough signs that you don't need to go up there. I stay down here and I get the next bit of science from the armory. I don't know. So when you play on DT, you sort of can't hang around, right? You go authority, you really need to conquer things, you need to kill units, take advantage of the of this policy here, and you need to keep going like that. And then not having a religion and going for fealty is a bit funny, but you do get more science here and some happiness, which I guess you need. Yeah, but really and truly, I should have started this whole thing on a Pangea map, and then I should have looked at the Worlds of Babylon and sort of laid out my tech path much better than I did here. Arguably, I might have sort of, while I was fighting Korea, I might have sort of gotten some units to attack Antwerp, anticipating our attack on Morocco, which now never materializes. I mean, I can't even go anywhere near them. They got the minefield, so it stops you dead in your tracks, and then they got 5 coastal cities here, got a huge fleet, they got better planes, and they're sort of gonna be near the end. Alright, finish in a minute here. 75 ticks. And then he's gonna get all the wonders at the in the end. So he got the city up Norhouse. The Apollo program, well, he hasn't even bothered yet, but he's gonna get Hubble up here, and then he's gonna get CERN, and then he's gonna be finished. And there's absolutely nothing we can do about it. We can't get our fleet across there, even if we had nukes. We sort of can protect against them. So there's nothing doing it. So that's why we gave it to Germany, our good friends. And that's why we gave up, or giving up this game. And hope to do better next time. So, in fact, I might start a new game tonight. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure yet. I also haven't looked at the Civ, and I don't know if there's any changes or upgrades. I've also got I'm playing offline a pretty cool Portugal game, which I'm playing on Immortal, which I might do in my next game anyhow, because I just sort of got licked on DT twice now. But then again, I'm not the best player. So anyhow, for those who watched and followed the series, thank you very much, and I wish you all the best until the next episode. Bye bye.